Yo boys, what's going on? This is Yokiman here. Welcome back to another episode of this FIFA 21 career mode save here with Villarreal, and we're going to kick this one off. We're going to get right into it by taking on Borussia Mönchengladbach. 1-0 up from the first leg. If you didn't see that, go back and watch the old episode, the last one that was a couple of days ago. Also, while you're here, if you're new, hit subscribe, please. I'd love that. Smash like already, because you're going to like it. It's going to be another fantastic episode in which we get several victories today. We had a banging episode last time out. We're ending the season on a fine run of form. We will play the Gladbach game, and then I'm not sure what the other two games are going to be. Potentially, we're closing in towards the end of the season. If we don't get through in the Europa League, it's probably this episode and one more. We're at the end of the season. So we'll see what happens. I might sim a couple of the games because we're playing against some of the smaller sides now anyway. So we might chuck a few sims out there. We'll see what happens. But the most important one here is to take on Gladbach, see if we can get that victory and progress to the semi-finals, in which I believe we'll face an all-English side in either Arsenal or Leicester. Very much full strength for this one. Of course, we need our full strength side in order to try and get this victory. They're going to start Basuma this time, Thuram and Bolo, the usuals. We've got some problems here. Mason Holgate's going to start for them. I didn't see that they had him last time out. Jan Sommer in net. He had a wonderful game last time out. Stopped us in several parts of the match. They're at home as well. Let's see what Gladbach have got to offer. I think this is going to be a tough game. I'll be really happy if we get through this. There it is, the big one. Quarter-final place is at stake. Arsenal with a 2-goal lead, so it does look like potentially will be Arsenal if we do make it through to the next round. But there's no guarantee here. Gladbach at home, they've got the advantage. We do have the plus side that all it will take for us is 1 goal and they'll have to score 3. Which is definitely a big benefit to me. We are good at putting the ball in the back of the net, especially with Gerard Moreno on the pitch, who I was expecting. We also have the firepower of Rafael Leao on the bench. Well, let's see how Gladbach start this match. Let's see how aggressively they come out here against us. I'm expecting it. I'm expecting us to have to work very hard in this one. I would take the final whistle right now. We've done enough to see ourselves through. This is Gladbach's opportunity to try and get themselves back on track. Paco Alcacer now moves the ball out to Gerard Moreno. He's going to find Moy Gomez in a bit of space. Moy Gomez here, what can he do? He's going to have to pull it back. He's not going to pull it back too far though. Gerard Moreno, that's lovely. Paco Alcacer's got to score that. That should be 1-0 Villarreal, and we had them on the ropes here early on in this match. He's going to put that in the back of the net, hasn't he? Damn! How's he not scored that one? It's beyond me. Paco Alcacer there with a glorious opportunity. All I can think of is maybe he had a little bit too much time to make a decision there. Maybe just a little bit too much time to decide what he was going to do with it. And in the end, he kind of hit it straight at Sommer. But now, Gladbach will come forward. Chukwueze does beautifully, though. We will move the ball out as quickly as possible. And we've done a great job of that. Danny Parejo now. Paco Alcacer can be a part of this. The ball may be beautiful. He needs to nudge that straight across to Gerard Moreno. Jan Sommer's there, and to be fair, I give advantage to the goalkeeper there. He's supposed to run a Paco Alcacer. Paco tries to nudge that across to Gerard Moreno. Gerard Moreno does finish it. I was going to say Gerard Moreno may still finish that, and this man in those positions, he will still finish that. 1-0 Villarreal. That is the away goal. That surely sees this tie safe for us. And once again, great interplay between Paco Alcacer and Gerard Moreno. But he's got no right scoring that from that angle. No right whatsoever. Certainly do believe that's got to be 1 foot now for Villarreal into the semi-final here at this Europa League. The big question now will be what the Gladbach have to offer in this leg. What can they do, really? There's going to be a lot of expectation now on their shoulders, surely from their fan base. My biggest issue for them at the moment is I can't see them getting into the game, to be honest with you. Paco Alcacer now. Not bad footwork. Finds Chukwueze. He's going to try and fire that straight across to Gerard Moreno. And they knock it out. But it's all Villarreal at the moment with a corner here as well. It's been all Villarreal. I'm not quite sure, as we try and get that into Gerard Moreno, what Borussia Mönchengladbach can do to turn stuff around. Because at this moment in time, well, it looks like they're crashing out of this tournament. Etienne Capoue! God, that had been a fitting goal for him if he'd have scored it. They're crashing out of this tournament at the moment. Well, they've got a bit of a man advantage now. Stindl. Surely going to go out wide here. He's going to find Basabiani. Ben Sabiani, sorry. Terrible with names, let's remember. Kramer. We're just going to try and keep it quite plain and simple. And as you can see, we get the ball away there again. And Gladbach really will regret the way they've started this match. They've given us the advantage, and I can't see them scoring 3 at the moment. Granada next on the horizon for Villarreal as well. We'll have one eye on that game. We're going very well in the league at the moment. What Gladbach can do here with the free kick. It's not good enough, is it? That will be exactly my thought process at the end of this match, I imagine. It's not good enough, and this might be good enough if Paco gets a good touch. He does. Paco Alcacer, and that is game, set, and match. Villarreal will be in the semi-final of the Europa League. Paco Alcacer with the goal. I've got to see who played the pass here. That was absolutely wonderful. I'm not quite sure who played it, though. It doesn't show me. It's a lovely little dink on with his head, and I did think about the cheeky chip for a second, but he doesn't make a mistake finishing that opportunity. Well in Paco. Half-time it is, and a uphill battle now for Gladbach as the boos ring around the stadium. It's not surprising. Gladbach haven't put up a fight whatsoever. Gerard Moreno with that ridiculous goal. Never should have scored from that angle. But yeah, a very good 2-0 lead for us at the moment. All even in the game against Arsenal and Leicester. So with Arsenal with the 2-goal lead, it does look like a semi-final for us will be against Arsenal. Well, this stage of the game, it's time to rest a few legs. Rafael Leao coming on, Gerard Moreno being rested. Also, Tailman coming on, Chukwueze being rested as well. They are not out of the woods. Rafael Leao, the man who scored the goal in the first leg. So they certainly have a lot still to worry about. Tailman's a bit of a threat as well. So they should still be worrying. Rafael Leao now. It's lovely to Paco Alcacer. Paco Alcacer now has done fantastically. He's going to try and lift that one over to Leao. As I say, he can be a threat. It's easy for Sommer, though. Lovely play. Paco Alcacer has really grown into this game. After that early miss, I was worried that he was going to have a really poor performance. That has not been the case, has it? He's actually been fantastic so far. He's going to dink that one now to Moy Gomez. Look at Moy Gomez. Dude, tries to go past his man. Nothing going. Coming forward well now, Gladbach. Starting this second half lively. I do think it's a little bit too late. I believe they need 4 goals now. Can't see that happening, but still coming forward. And Bolo. Kramer. He's going to look for the pass. We were smart, though, and stayed with Stindl. Stindl will find Basuma. Basuma will find a brick wall. And Danny Parejo. And Capoue now can move forward. Capoue now keeps moving forward. That is a bloody brilliant ball to Leao. Leao to Tailman. Tailman! Oh, well saved by Sommer. Maybe he should have driven that back across and not gone for glory, the youngster, but why not in this situation? The young German as well, actually, we should mention. Could have ended up playing at one of these German teams, but he had a great opportunity there. Been spotted by us. Going to be one of the future talents, I imagine, for Villarreal. And Pau Torres there. Well, I thought he got the ball in that occasion, but Lazaro went down as well. I imagine Gladbach are going to be close to making a substitution. Potentially now. They need to make changes. You know, I don't think they stand a chance. It's going to be Yves Bissouma that comes off. It's going to be Eggestein that comes on. So, a change we saw in reverse now in this second leg. I just can't see them getting anything. I really can't. Let's see if they could do anything from the free kick. A goal here. Would it put me on thin ice? I'm not sure it would, knowing that they'd still have to score another 3 in the time span that's left in this match. I'm not sure I'm too worried. Well, another sub. Pretty much back-to-back subs here for Gladbach. They've decided to make another change. I'm not sure what the change is. Sometimes it decides to pop up. Sometimes it decides it doesn't want to pop up. Stindl off for Wolf. So we've got a Wolf on the pitch now. Hopefully, we can deal with him. I was going to make a terrible Wolf pun then, and I didn't. And I'm proud of myself because I didn't, because it would have been terrible. Wolf now on the ball, though. Can he have an instant impact? That's not a bad ball. Across Lazaro! Well saved by Mario Rulli, but it will be a corner now for Gladbach. Full-time whistle is blown, and it will be a 3-0 on aggregate victory for Villarreal. They huffed and they puffed in the second half, actually. Far the better side in the second half. I must admit, we defended brilliantly. And they'll be disappointed. I think it's a missed opportunity for them. They just did not seem at it at the start of the game. Gave away too many opportunities. Paco Alcacer with a goal. Gerard Moreno, the 2 men we rely on so often, finding the back of the net. And we was in cruise control after that. A little bit easier than we expected that to be honest with you. I thought that was going to be a much more difficult match. We did beat them, and we've got Hoffenheim. We've got another German team. So that will be 4 German teams on the way to the final if we can beat Hoffenheim. 4 German teams, and they do have the ex-superstar of FIFA saves for us in Mr. Kramaric. We will play the first leg in this episode for sure, and I'm tempted to play either the Granada game or the Osasuna match. See where they are in the league, because there's still an opportunity to win the league. There's an opportunity to win a lot. We might play the Granada match. Yes, we'll play the Granada match because they're higher. We probably obviously will rotate a little bit as well. But yeah, I'm a little bit shocked by that. It seems that FIFA wants me to play against German sides, and that's absolutely fine. We've got a wealth of knowledge on them, of course, after beating Leverkusen in the last save. A big change around for this one. It does give us the opportunity, of course, to have some of the stars on the bench as well. We're going to go Coquelin, Capoue, Vestergaard, Albiol as our centre-backs. Gaspar on the right, Moreno on the left. Abe comes in for a match. Teilman on the right, Ferreira and Leao up top. I'm still very confident with that front line. I really do think they can do the business. Let's see how we get on here. This is going to be a fairly tough match. Granada aren't a terrible side. Players like Kennedy could definitely cause us some problems. He's very comfortable on the ball. Nonetheless, I'm expecting a victory, though. I want to see a good professional performance. I'll have my eyes on some of the younger players. Abe being one of them. Ferreira being another. Leao, I think, has proved himself enough this season, to be fair, for me not to have my eyes on him. We will roll this one forward. Ferreira now. He's had some good performances when he's played, and Leao was starting to pull off his run. I made a mistake there. But Ferreira's looked very good for us, the American. Very happy we signed him, actually. Looking forward to seeing what he can do in the future. Hopefully he keeps progressing. He's very physical, very strong, and they've made a good run here early doors, and we haven't blocked it off, and it's going to be 1-0 Granada. Maybe a bit of a banana skin here for us. We've let them in very, very easily there, and Granada will find themselves 1-0 up. We're coming forward again now, Granada, and we will get the ball out this time. We won't get it out very far, though. Now we will be able to play the ball away. Raul Albiol has not had too much success this season, to be fair to him. Go on, Abe. Leao will chip that one over. Abe might just have the legs to catch it. He won't. And again, another poor decision from Rafael Leao there. A player I was really hoping would step up in this match. And he's made a couple of poor decisions so far, hasn't he? That was particularly a poor decision that I didn't really expect from the young man. Capoue's done brilliantly here, though. Has he? Miller just does enough to keep the ball. We're under the cosh a little bit here. They've not been bad. We need to be a little bit more focused, I reckon. Teilman now. Ferreira. Does fantastically to keep hold of the ball. Needs some runners, though. He has one in Coquelin. Can Coquelin do now? He's going to have to pull it back, though. Ferreira needs to be making better runs, I think. He really does. Ferreira now. Yannick Vestergaard. Rishi Abe. You don't want him running at you. And he spotted Ferreira on his way into the box. Ferreira just couldn't quite get the shot past his man, but that is better from Villarreal, actually showing some attacking might for once. Yannick Vestergaard there nearly wins the ball back. Very high up the pitch for us as well. Needing to kind of get back now if he will do. Be nice of him. Guedes scoring for Sevilla there. They'll play that offside. And scrappy start from us. They've got the early goal, and they've certainly decided that they're going to sit back on it, but I don't really blame them. I'd have sat back as well if I was them on an early lead. Coquelin now making a little cheeky run forward. We'll find Rafael Leao. Leao trying to find Ferreira. He just find him. It's just over. It wasn't just over. It was good defending. And it'll be a corner now. Yannick Vestergaard is in there. Yannick Vestergaard has his shot saved. Oh, that was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful from the big man. Fantastic header. Gaspar now. It's not a dangerous enough position, is it? Capoue tries to block that. Putting them under some pressure. This is better. We keep playing like this, surely we'll find a way through in the long run. Good ball forward here, late in the half. Kennedy. Surely going to look to cut it back up against Yannick Vestergaard. It was a bit of a mountain, and that will be it. That will be half-time. 1-0 to the good for Granada. They caused us problems in the past. Miller actually causing us issues last time out. We've been good. We've got back into the game, which fills me with confidence. I think if we keep playing like this, we will find some goals. It's frustrating what we've conceded to, but it is what it is, right? Oh, that's lovely to Ferreira. Ferreira now. Leao. Should have played in Capoue. Back to Ferreira, though. Leao now making that run. Well, we didn't have the runners I wanted. We didn't have the ball I wanted, but Ferreira's done brilliantly. And he couldn't just get to it. Wasn't a good enough ball. Ferreira really strong there, done very well. But now we're going to be countered on. We don't exactly have the quickest back line in today's match. And it may actually be hurting us. Vestergaard has had a fantastic game. And I don't mean to be down on Albiol, because he's not played badly, but we're not very quick on the break. Roberto Soldado coming off, and, well, more pace coming on up top for them in Eddie and Nketiah. And clearly their managers discovered what our weakness could be, and it's the pace of our back line in this one. Eddie and Nketiah with a touch instantly, but Albiol does brilliantly there. Now Ferreira. What can we do here? Ferreira, he's been very good in this match so far, actually. I'm going to try and play that into Arbe. Arbe's going to lift that one up. Straight to Rui Silva. Coquelin. Leao. Finds Ferreira. Ferreira then. Back to Leao, and surely Rafael Leao, and we are right back in this one, ladies and gentlemen. And that's all it took, that man, Rafael Leao, with the goal. I was starting to get the itchy finger to bring on Gerard Moreno, but Ferreira and Leao link up beautifully there to get the goal. And I've got faith in the boys here that we can get another one. The way we're playing, I've been very happy. He does want us to make a sub. It is Leao to come off, but it won't be happening, as he's just netted himself a goal in this one. Well, they've made a mistake there. Leao's not going to get to it, though, unfortunately for us. We're playing very, very strangely here at the back. Leao will get to that one, though. And then he tries to play in Ferreira, and we can't do. We're going to end up keeping the ball, though. Ferreira is going to find Arbe. He's going to pull that one back. That is beautiful stuff. Ferreira is in there, and wasn't to be. They're making mistakes now, though. I can feel them. They're on the edge. They're on the edge here of defeat, I would have said. Ferreira now. Back across to Leao. What can he do? Looking for the right pass. No one really made a run off him, to be fair. We've still got to be cautious. This side is no slouch when it comes to the counter-attack. We've learnt that the hard way in the first 6 minutes. Never now. He squeezes that one through. Eddie and Nketiah now up against Yannick Vestergaard. That fills me with a bit of confidence. Yannick can't win the ball back from him, though, and we do concede. Oh, Vestergaard had to win the ball against Eddie Nketiah there. He really did. We're going to bring on Tagueras. That's frustrating. Sloppy. Just as soon as we get ourselves back ahead in the game, we commit. We commit too much here, don't we? I'm not sure where Albiol is. Albiol is stood doing absolutely nothing, isn't he, really? And that'll be 2-1. And I'd be shocked now if we get anything more than a draw from this one. I thought Gerard Moreno was going to make a run then. He has in the end. Gerard Moreno now. Rafael Leao. Oh, what a save from Rui Silva. What a save from Rui Silva. Truizi's going to come on, and that is a blinding save. Unfortunately for us, Leao's hit it straight at the goalkeeper. We're running out of minutes here to get at least a point from this one. Dropping ourselves completely out of the title race here. Completely out of the title race. Capoue now. Gerard Moreno. Gerard Moreno. He's going to go out wide to Chukwueze. Chukwueze tries to nudge it back across. And I don't think there's enough time. There isn't. That will be that. I'm not sure how, but we've managed to lose here to Granada. Two very good clinical counter-attacks. Eddie Nketiah certainly made a difference when he came on. And that is a poor result from us. With Arsenal on the horizon, that is not the kind of form I wanted us to be in. As you can see, they didn't really do anything in the game. Just very good on the counter-attack, and we struggled to break them down. Not an ideal situation for us to find ourselves in with Arsenal on the horizon. It does look like we're comfortably going to be top 4 now, but it's very frustrating at this moment in time to see that kind of result against Granada. I did say they could cause us problems. I think we might have found our bogey side. The sim here coming up against Osasuna. I've rotated a little bit, but I mean, the team we put out there is still extremely strong. Gerard Moreno still in the squad. Very expectant that this should be a good result for the boys, and it will be a 2-1 victory. Exactly what we like to see. Ferreira getting a goal as well, which is lovely to see. We'll look at the match ratings. Moy Gomez with the other goal. Gerard Moreno, of course, having a good game as well. So, very happy with that result. Kind of keeps us afloat in the league, that result, really, after having a poor one there against Granada, and kind of kicks us into some form. So we've got Hoffenheim now coming up. I think I might have said Arsenal a couple of times because I believed it was going to be Arsenal. We do have Hoffenheim coming up. And this won't be easy. I feel like the Gladbach game wasn't easy. They just kind of didn't show up in that first half, which was really strange, but I feel like Hoffenheim will be a little bit more difficult to deal with. Well, of course, as full strength as we can do, this is going to be a tough one. Alisson, Plie, De Boer, Pellegrini. This is a tough attack that they've got here. A very tough attack. They're playing free at the back, which might be difficult to break down. We'll see how we handle that. I'm nervous about this one, boys. I'm very nervous. We do go away to start with, so if we could nick an away goal, that would be huge in this match. Massive match, this one. Really is a massive match. I'd love a final. I really would love a final in the Europa League this season. We're going to be in the Champions League next season, it looks like now, from the league table. And I'd love for us to make it to a final. It'd be really nice. We managed to do it with Leverkusen when it wasn't really expected, and we managed to go all the way and win it. Here against Hoffenheim, we've got the opportunity again to do that. We've albeit, I could say, potentially a little bit of a weaker squad, but I've really enjoyed using this Villarreal team. They're very enjoyable to use. I've got some unbelievable players. Potentially Lille or Arsenal in the final as well. I'm excited to see what we can do. It's going to be buzzing this match in this little arena. Let's try and get ourselves an advantage here away. Well, I can guarantee you one thing. We'll be well up for this. I have fiddled with the sliders again. The Granada game felt a little bit more harder. I did make the opposition just a bit more clinical. So we're going to see teams not have many chances, but I don't often give up too many chances when playing FIFA, if I'm being honest with you. So we'll see. Oh, that's worked beautifully. Gerard Moreno. Oh, Baumann saves it. Baumann saves it. That is an unbelievable start to this match. So we'll see the opposition score more of their chances. I don't give up too many chances. We're kind of in that groove now of playing pretty well at FIFA, so they should score more of their chances. I've done what I can to slow the pace of the game down just a little bit, because for me it's just a touch arcadey. Samakam is in there. It's just a little touch arcadey. So yeah, we'll see. Now we've got to remember as well, in that Granada game, I did say it was they scored more. You've got to remember that we did play a weaker 11. We played a much weaker 11, especially in the back line. Pau Torres, you can't really equate for how important having him in the team is. Same with Etienne Capoue. So I have to hold that into account as well as Alassane Plie comes forward. Samakam as well, the Frenchman, has been nothing short of exceptional. So I have to keep that into account as well. So hopefully they'll, we'll perform a little bit better with them at the back. But Samakam, as I'm singing his bloody praises, goes and gives the ball away. It's out wide here now with Sessegnon. They've got a lot of players that can cause us problems coming forward. That is their strength. I'm not sure how well they'll do defensively. There's probably a reason why they play free at the back. They might not be as good defensively as, you know, some of the other German sides we played against in this tournament. But coming forward, I'm 1,000,000% positive that they can be a threat. Let's see what they can do here. It wasn't terrible, was it? But at the same time, it wasn't good. We're going to try and move this ball forward as quickly as possible. Chukwueze now finds Paco Alcacer. We're going to move this across very quickly as we can. Purvis now. Oh, stop making the run, didn't he, Moy Gomez? Oh, there's room. I couldn't find the ball across. I spotted the run there from our man, Gerard Moreno. Just couldn't quite get the ball across. Scrappy first half. Paco Alcacer now. Gerard Moreno. We're being well marked. Gerard Moreno's got lovely footwork, doesn't he? I really do enjoy every time he gets the opportunity to be on the football. We're going to get him back on the football now. That's not bad. Paco Alcacer with a turn and the shot. He's our top goal scorer. And they nearly fluffed it. They nearly made a mistake. Armando Izzo does get the goal away in the end. But yeah, our top goal scorer in this competition is Mr. Paco Alcacer. Nearly found himself with another one there, didn't he? That's not bad. Decent ball across to Danny Parejo. Can't keep hold of it. Unfortunately for us, Etienne Capoue is going to have to be cautious in this one because he's already on a yellow card. We'll use Chukwueze's run just to open up a bit of space. Gerard Moreno now will wait. He's found Paco. Paco surely 1-0 to Villarreal. And we keep going on in this competition. And Paco Alcacer keeps scoring in this competition. 1-0 at Villarreal. That's the all-important away goal in my head. That was really important to me. We needed that away goal. And that is lovely. Gerard Moreno with the assist again. And he seems to have an involvement in everything we pretty much do going forward when he's on the pitch. Free kick here for Hoffenheim. They'll lift that one up. It's not a bad free kick. Pau Torres will actually get that away. Moy Gomez now doesn't do too badly with that, does he? Gerard Moreno, he wants a bit of help. He's going to get it in the shape of Moy Gomez. Moy Gomez then will want the run. We've got bodies over. And Daniel Parejo. Not like him to be poor with the pass. He certainly was there, wasn't he? Really bad with the pass there. I'm really disappointed with that from him. He's usually someone I can rely on for threading the ball through the eye of a needle. It wasn't even a difficult one he had to make. He just needed to not misplace it. And here we go. De Boer. And Purvis gets himself there. That is wonderful play from him. That is wonderful from him. But we give it away again. And this is just going to be back-to-back attacks here from Hoffenheim. They're really being able to pile on the pressure now. And we're really having to be very good at the back, as Pau Torres does fantastically there. Could have been calls there for a free kick. Wouldn't have shocked you, would it? Oh, Paco. That's not the ball I wanted. I wanted the ball for the on-running Danny Parejo. So now I feel like I've done him wrong after being mad at him. We actually had a great run from him, and we couldn't find the pass. Parejo now does find Gerard Moreno. What can he do? Ah, they're going to blow up the whistle. You can't blow up the whistle there, ref. Half-time, 1 goal to the good. The away goal, of course. It's looking pretty decent for the Yellow Submarine at the moment. That man with a goal. Arsenal are also beating Lille 2-1. Remembering that Lille there have an away goal. Gomez there. Finds Gerard Moreno. We'd love another, wouldn't we? Moy's going to keep going. That's lovely. Moy Gomez. Back across to Paco Alcacer. There wasn't much conviction on it, though, was there? Wasn't much conviction on the ball. It was kind of just slowly led across. There needed to be more pace on that one, in my opinion. Plie there coming forward. What can they do now? Sessegnon. Pellegrini. Made some good signings of Hoffenheim. Capue's in there beautifully. Chukwueze now. He'll find his man in Paco Alcacer. We'll play that to Danny Parejo. Finds Gerard Moreno. Can we do now? Gerard Moreno. Good footwork from him. Oh, that's lovely play in the end. Paco Alcacer manages to find Moy Gomez. Tough angle for him. Gerard Moreno. 2-0 Villarreal. And the star man himself, Mr. Number 7, picks himself up a goal. He's got to get in on the action, hasn't he? It's a lovely ball to Moy Gomez. Baumann does well to get it away. He composes himself beautifully there, does Gerard Moreno, to make sure that this one's hitting the back of the net. I don't think it takes a touch. Maybe it does take a little clip. But there we go, 2-0, 2 away goals. And Hoffenheim are going to struggle getting back from this. Oh, Alassane Pléa is going to find himself through here. What can he do? Oh, it's a beautiful ball to De Boer. And there we go, 2-1. And Hoffenheim bite back for the first time in this match. Pléa did brilliantly to stay on his feet after the tackle from Samakam. De Boer's finish is exquisite. He gets so much power behind this. Look, Pléa does brilliantly there to keep going. I thought he had enough to block him off, but De Boer, goalkeeper's got to do better there, hasn't he? It's time for some fresh legs, also with the second leg in mind. Gerard Moreno will come off, Moy Gomez will come off. Abe and Leao, the young guns, coming on. And I know I can rely on Leao to make the runs. I know I can rely on Abe to make the runs. So I think the fresh legs is a smart decision here at this moment in time. We're going to play that ball there. Oh, he just can't get to it. Chukwueze's basically not been in this game, which has been a bit frustrating because he's been a star for us this season. I haven't noted saying his name too many times in this match, have we? They're coming forward again now, Hoffenheim. They're really on it at the moment, Hoffenheim. Let's see if we can hold them up. Pellegrini now. That's a lovely ball. De Boer. Samakam with him. It's going to be Gaspar that wins it, and he wins it very well. I need Chukwueze now making a run. Chukwueze has started making that run. This is the first time we're going to be able to have played this ball into him. He's not silly. That is fantastic. Paco Alcacer tried to lift it up to Leao. Maybe he should have tried to driven that one bottom corner. That could have been 3-1 there. Leao now. Dangerous position for him. He's not beyond going past his man, is he? Leao will keep the ball. He wants runners, doesn't he? I wanted a runner in across there. Leao's going to find himself back with it off of Capoue. That's not bad footwork again. At this stage of the game, we're happy with the result, though. We'll just use Rafael Leao here down in this corner to keep hold of the ball. There is no need at this stage. We've done enough. We will whip one in anyway right at the end, but that should be the full-time whistle. Well, there is time here just to take this corner. Imagine if we scored from it. Oh, it's not a bad ball in! Oh, Sessegnon off the line. We nearly did score from it. Hoffenheim will probably be happy to hear that whistle after that moment. It is going to be 2-1 going into the second leg. 2 away goals. Fantastic news for us, but Hoffenheim are all but still in this. The ball with the goal late on. They did start to cause problems. This is not over this yet, boys. Oh, but the 2 goals were all important, and from 2 of the most key men that we've got at the club. Arsenal beat Lille 3-1. I definitely believe it probably will be Arsenal now in the final. And we've got a busy final month of the season coming up for ourselves, haven't we? In the next episode, we've got a chocker month. But unless there's a cup final, we will probably finish the season in the next episode. We might just do a blockbuster episode, boys. I might finish the entire season. We will play, potentially, we'll play the Bilbao game, we'll play the Hoffenheim game, then we'll take stock and see what there's left to do. Because if we secured top 4 and we can't win the league, I probably won't play too many of these final games. I will play the Barca game and we'll see where we're at. But we'll probably skip the Levante game and the Eibar game, considering where they are in the league at the moment. We might finish the season. If we do make it to the Europa League final, we won't. We'll have a final. We'll have a final episode of the season where we do a roundup and we do the cup final in that episode. But anyway, boys, I appreciate the support as per usual. If you're new around here, I did say it at the start of the video this time. Did remember, but please smash subscribe. It would mean a lot to the channel as we try and grow to that 1K mark. I appreciate you all, boys. Keep up the good work in this support that you are showing me. I'll see you in the next one. Big episode next time out, boys. Very big one, not to be missed.